Let me tell you something that changed my life. One day, I looked in the mirror and asked a question most people never dare to ask. What would the successful version of me do today? Not someday, not when the money shows up. Not when the timing is right, today, right now. Because here's the truth: you don't become successful first, and then act successful. You act successful first, and that's how you become it. That's the secret most people never learn. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life is learning not to wait for success before you start behaving like a successful person. Most people say, "I'll be confident once I'm successful," or "I'll be disciplined once I have a reason to be." But that thinking is backwards. The truth is, you don't wait to become. You act as if you already are. You start carrying yourself with the mindset, behavior, and energy of your future self, even before anything external has changed. That's the key that separates dreamers from achievers. You must adopt the identity of the person you want to become right now. The moment you start living from that mindset, everything around you begins to shift. People wait for the circumstances to be right, but the future is built by those who decide that now is the time to embody who they want to be. When you act with confidence, discipline, focus, and purpose, even if you don't feel ready, your actions begin to rewire your brain. You start creating proof that you are capable. Your self-image shifts. You begin attracting opportunities, relationships, and results that match the level you're operating on. It's not about pretending or faking it. It's about aligning your actions with your highest potential and choosing to lead your life from that standard. When you show up every day as the version of yourself who has already achieved your goals, the gap between where you are and where you want to be starts closing faster. Instead of reacting to life based on fear or doubt, you respond with purpose and clarity, because you're stepping into the shoes of someone who has already overcome the obstacles. You are no longer waiting to become. You are becoming. And once that shift happens internally, the world starts responding differently to you. Opportunities seem to appear. Confidence grows naturally. You stop chasing and start attracting. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards action. And when your actions reflect your future self, success becomes a natural consequence. So stop waiting for the permission slip. Start living, thinking, and working like the person you say you want to be. Because the faster you act like it's already done, the sooner it will be. Most people have it backwards when it comes to success. They believe that once they achieve success, then they will finally have the motivation, discipline, and habits to keep growing. But that's not how it works. In reality, success is a result, not a starting point. You don't become confident and then take action. You take action first, and confidence grows from that. You don't achieve discipline after the rewards come. You practice discipline when no one's watching, and that effort builds the foundation for success. This simple reversal of logic is what holds so many people back. They keep waiting for something to happen before they start acting, but the truth is that action must come first. Think about someone who wants to be physically fit. They don't become healthy and then go to the gym. They go to the gym every day, often without feeling like it, and through that repetition, they become healthy. The same principle applies to anything in life: business, relationships, finances, or mindset. Success is built through consistent behaviors long before you see any visible rewards. That's why it's critical to understand that you must behave like a successful person long before you actually feel like one. This mindset flips the switch from waiting to creating. If you want to see real change in your life, you have to stop relying on how you feel and start relying on who you want to be. Don't wait for the inspiration to come. Start showing up as if the goal is already yours. Work like you're already trusted. Speak like you already have the influence. Move like the doors are already open. When you commit to acting this way, you begin to build internal momentum. You no longer depend on external results to validate your efforts. Instead, your belief in yourself becomes the engine that drives you forward. This approach is what transforms people. It builds character. It creates discipline, and it reinforces a powerful truth. You don't need permission to grow. All you need is the decision to start showing up now, not later. The sooner you stop waiting and start acting, the sooner you'll realize that success isn't given to you. It's created by the person you choose to become through your actions, even before the results show up. Every day, you're making choices that either align with your future or pull you back into old patterns. The real secret to transformation lies in consciously living like the version of yourself you want to become. That means no more hoping, wishing, or waiting. It means stepping into the mindset, habits, and standards of the person who has already achieved what you desire. This is not about fantasy. It's about alignment. When your daily actions, thoughts, and energy match your future vision, you create a powerful shift. Life begins to reflect the version of you that you consistently show up as. Imagine the future version of you, confident, successful, focused, fulfilled. Now ask yourself, how would that version of me handle this situation? What choices would they make? What would their routine look like? How would they spend their time? Who would they talk to? And what kind of goals would they set? Then live your day based on those answers. Most people stay stuck because their current actions contradict the life they say they want. They dream big but act small. They want freedom but procrastinate. They want confidence but avoid discomfort. That disconnect is what keeps them in the loop of frustration. When you begin to live in alignment with your future identity, your energy shifts. You walk differently, talk differently, and make decisions from a higher standard. People notice, doors open. And most importantly, you start to believe in the new version of yourself. That belief fuels momentum, and momentum leads to results. You don't wait for success to give you permission to change. You give yourself permission first, and success follows. Every time you choose to act like the person you're becoming, you take one step closer to living that life for real. The fastest way to elevate your life is to start making decisions from the mindset of your future self. Every day brings you choices, what to focus on, how to spend your time, how to respond to stress. And each decision either builds your future or delays it. Instead of reacting from where you are now, pause and ask, what would the version of me who already achieved my goals do in this moment? That question alone can shift your direction. It helps you rise above emotion and short-term thinking and move into clarity, purpose, and long-term growth. Most people make decisions based on comfort, fear, or habit. They choose what's easy, not what's right for who they want to become. But the future you doesn't settle for what's easy. The future you chooses what aligns with vision, discipline, and values. When you adopt that mindset, your decisions become sharper. You start saying no to distractions. You start respecting your time. You stop chasing approval and start building impact. Over time, those decisions compound, and they separate you from the crowd. It's not always easy. The decisions your future self would make are often uncomfortable, unfamiliar, or require sacrifice. But that's exactly where growth lives. That's where transformation begins. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you can't keep making ordinary decisions. You have to rise above your current limitations and operate from your highest level of clarity. It's not pretending. It's stepping into a higher version of yourself and allowing that mindset to guide you. The more consistently you do that, the faster your life begins to look like the one you've imagined. Not someday, but starting today. Your daily habits are the true architects of your future. They are not just routines or tasks you repeat. They are the invisible force shaping your identity, mindset, and destiny. What you do repeatedly becomes who you are, and who you are determines what you achieve. This is why it's so important to take a hard look at the actions you take every day. Are they pulling you closer to your vision, or are they quietly dragging you back to your old self? Most people underestimate the power of small, repeated actions. They believe success comes from massive breakthroughs, but in reality, success is built on simple, consistent habits that align with your highest goals. When you choose habits that reflect your future self, you're laying bricks toward the life you want. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. You just need to start with one behavior, one small act that mirrors your future identity. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier, reading instead of scrolling, journaling your goals each night, or speaking with more clarity and confidence. These things may seem small, but over time they create a new pattern of behavior, and that pattern becomes your lifestyle. It's easy to think it's just one day, or this won't matter, but it does. Every time you act out of habit, you're casting a vote for the person you are becoming, and those votes add up. If your current habits are rooted in avoidance, laziness, or fear, they will quietly sabotage your growth, no matter how big your dreams are. But if your habits are intentional, focused, and bold, they will accelerate your progress and attract the results you've been hoping for. You are either being pulled forward by your vision or pulled backward by your habits. You can't move forward if you're constantly repeating the behaviors of your past. So take control. Audit your routines, make new agreements with yourself, set the standard higher. The more your habits align with your future self, the faster you become that person. Success doesn't show up overnight, but it always shows up for the person who keeps showing up. So keep moving, keep building. Let your habits become the silent force that carries you to the life you know you're meant to live. The way you see yourself determines how the world responds to you. If you carry yourself with belief, purpose, and confidence, people will feel it, even before you speak. But if you doubt yourself, question your worth, or act small, the world will mirror that energy back to you. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you are. That's why mindset is everything. Your identity, your self-image, your internal dialogue. These aren't just private thoughts. They shape your external reality. You become what you consistently tell yourself you are. If you want to change your life, change how you see yourself. See yourself as capable, even if you haven't proven it yet. See yourself as worthy, even if you haven't achieved it yet. You don't need permission to believe in your future. You just need a decision. The moment you choose to believe in the future version of you, your actions begin to shift. You start to walk differently, speak with more certainty, and take bolder steps. That energy attracts people, resources, and opportunities that match your level of belief. This isn't about arrogance or pretending. It's about owning your vision so completely that your environment starts to adapt to your energy. When you step into a room with quiet conviction, when you pursue goals with unwavering focus, when you speak like someone who knows they're on the path, people listen. Life listens. Your belief becomes magnetic. So don't wait until you have proof. Create the proof by showing up as the version of yourself that already exists in your mind and heart. That version is real. You just have to give it a voice, a body, and a chance to live. And once you do, you'll see that the world always rises to meet the person who dares to believe.